There are hints of Cortherian tech resonating from all the ships out there, as well as Krokus 4. "Jackpot!" Tactical called. "Time to blow shit up." More weapons fire strafed the SD Reynolds' shields. "Some of the red boys are on us," Gia reported. "Take them out, Tactical," Reynolds commanded. "But only them," he clarified. "You take all the fun out of the job, Reynolds," Tactical complained, but he didn't hesitate to follow the order. As the SD Reynolds swung about, Tactical triggered the railguns and loosed a barrage of fire on the attacking fighter bombers. Caught off guard, the first ship was blasted into space dust. A nose-on blast from the Reynolds was more than its meager defenses could handle. The second of the attackers veered at the last second to avoid the fate of the first. It managed to extend its life by less than one additional second. The entire rear half of the ship was devastated, and the ship bisected, sending the forward half tumbling through the blackness of space while the black flared out. The pilot's screams for help rang across the comm as the fighter-bomber spun away. The call went quiet when the remnants of the ship hit the atmosphere of Krokus 4. "Suck on that!" Tactical shouted. "Badass Tactical Officer 2, Toasted Morons 0. "Don't throw a gear out trying to pat yourself on the back, Tactical," Gia warned him. "We've got 3 more incoming." The SD Reynolds shuddered in reply to an attack, confirming Gia's words. "You act like these guys are a threat," Tactical shot back. "Gravitic shields are holding steady. The enemy is lining up to get shot." "Let's not underestimate these people, Tactical. Just take them out," Reynolds ordered. "Gladly," Tactical replied. The railguns fired again, sending projectiles through space at near the speed of light. They tore into the approaching fighter-bombers, and 2 exploded. Flashes of light flared, then immediately disappeared. The third ship had a huge hole blasted in its hull, the blast ripping half of the ship's port side away. It listed and spun, crashing into the Reynolds' gravitic shields. The Superdreadnought shuddered under the impact, but the fighter-bomber was obliterated, dust and debris skittering across the shields as if it were a celebratory light show. The Superdreadnought continued through the destroyed ship's detritus to improve its tactical position. "That had to hurt," Tactical laughed. "The destroyers are counterattacking the rest of the red guys," Asya announced. "They're taking them out." The crew watched destroyers annihilate the last 3 fighter-bombers. "The Krokus 4 Navy is hailing us from their lead ship," comm called. "Now that's how you make an entrance," Tactical crowed from his post. "On screen," Reynolds ordered. The view screen lit up, and the image of a male alien appeared. There was no smile or indication that he was pleased to see the SD Reynolds or its crew. "I am Colonel Gar Raff of the Krokus 4 Naval Fleet, commander of the Alfar," he announced. Reynolds took the time to examine the being during the introduction. Humanoid, the colonel's skin was so dark that hints of purple flashed under the lights that illuminated him on his bridge. His wide, round eyes were like pits of fire, burning crimson with dots of yellow at their center. His outfit was crisp and regal, and his dark hair was cropped short, telling Reynolds that the Krokus 4 military was a proud one. The few crew Reynolds could see behind the colonel were similarly attired and postured. "I am Reynolds, captain of the SD Reynolds, an etheric Federation craft," he answered. "We come in peace." "That's how every alien invasion film ever made starts," Tactical muttered, low enough that only the crew could hear him. "We appreciate your efforts in ridding us of the Orau invaders, the pesky Zignaughts you swatted." "Zignaughts?" Gia asked XO over the comm, her translator not explaining the word. "Hairy-ass dingles," XO told her, chuckling. "At least that's what the system is telling me it means." Gia made a sour face as the colonel went on. "However, understand that we have our reservations about you, Reynolds," the colonel said. "You did appear out of nowhere in the middle of our fight without warning or explanation." "Most certainly," Reynolds told him. "We were coming to your planet to negotiate terms on behalf of myself and the Federation for assistance with our mission," he explained. "Our